All right, today we're going to be assessing the chest and lung area. I'm going to be inspecting for respiratory rate, work of breathing, use of the auxiliary muscles, the AP diameter, any obvious deformities or lesions. If I heard any unusual sounds, I would be checking for bronchophony, egophony, and pectoriloquy. Okay, so what we're going to do first is we're going to palpate the chest in a Greek key pattern. Let me know if you feel any tenderness.
No.
Okay, lift. Okay. Now we're going to auscultate in the Greek key pattern. Okay. I need you to take a deep breath. Okay, a deep breath. 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 Okay. Now I need you to turn your back to the camera. And we're going to assess on the back the same things we assessed on the front: the work of breathing, the respiratory rate, the use of accessory muscles, any obvious deformities, any lesions. I'm going to go ahead and check for tactile fremitus. Can you say 99?
99, 99, 99, 99, 99, 99.
Okay. So I'm going to palpate in a Greek key fashion. Let me know if you feel any tenderness,
No.
avoiding the bony areas. Okay. I'm going to check for thoracic expansion. Can you take a deep breath in, deep breath out? While we're here, we're going to test for CVA tenderness. Tell me if this causes you any discomfort.
No.
Okay. I'm going to percuss in a Greek key pattern. And now I'm going to auscultate. Okay, take a deep breath in. Deep breath. Deep breath. Deep breath. Deep breath. Deep breath. Okay, deep breath. Deep breath. Deep breath. Deep breath. Okay, now I'm going to have you lay down, and I'm going to be looking at the heart and the vessels. Okay, and I'm going to say that S1 is the closure of the tricuspid and the mitral valve. S2 is the closure of the aortic and the pulmonic valve. Systolic murmur can be heard after S1. A diastolic murmur could be heard after S2. I'm going to be looking at her chest for any vibrations, any visible pulsations, any heaves, any lifts, any obvious deformities, any lesions. Okay? So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to palpate the 5 cardiac assessment areas. Okay? And the first is the aortic, and it's in the second intercostal space, right sternal border. The second is the pulmonic, and it's in the second intercostal space, left sternal border. The third is Erb's point, and it's in the third intercostal space, left sternal border. The fourth is the tricuspid, and it's in the fourth intercostal space, left sternal border. The fifth is the mitral, and it's in the fifth sternal border, mid-clavicular line. Okay, so now we're going to listen to her chest in those 5 cardiac assessment areas, and first we're going to use the bell, or I'm sorry, the diaphragm, and then the bell to listen. Okay, so we are going to listen. And while I have my diaphragm, I'm going to listen to the temporal arteries. The carotids, one at a time. Now I'm going to listen with my bell. Okay, I'm going to palpate the vessels, the temporal, the carotid, one at a time. The brachial, the radials on the thumb side, the popliteals, okay, the dorsalis pedis on the top of the foot, and the posterior tibialis. Okay, next we're going to be looking at the abdominal area. We're going to be assessing for overall contour, any visible peristalsis, the position of the umbilicus, any distension or masses. And we're going to do this in a little bit of a different order than the other assessment areas. The first thing we're going to do is we are going to auscultate all 4 quadrants for vowel sounds. Okay? And then we're going to percuss. And what we should hear here is timpani. Okay? And then we do a light palpation. Let me know if you feel any tenderness.
Nope.
Okay, and then we're going to do a deeper palpation. Let me know if you feel any discomfort.
Nope.
Okay. Okay, I need you to take a deep breath. I'm going to use the hook method and palpate the liver, okay? Ready? Just right up under the rib cage. There it is. Okay. Now we're going to go over to the flanks and we're going to palpate for the kidneys. Okay. Now, we're going to be looking at the musculoskeletal system. We're looking at the overall musculature. We're looking at the degree of musculature. We're looking for symmetry in the musculature. We're going to be looking at all the joints. We're looking for any deformities, redness, or swelling. Okay. Now, we're gonna do some range of motion exercises. Can you take this leg, swing it out, swing it over the top of that one? All right. Do that with the other leg. Okay. One leg at a time. Bring your knee to your chest. Your other knee to your chest. Okay. Bring your heel to your thigh and let the hip fall open. Then put this heel beside the knee. And I'm going to push. Right there beside the knee. Push. Okay. Straighten it out. Let's do the same thing with this one. Okay. Let it fall open. All right. Heel to the knee. Okay. Put your legs straight. Now try to push up against my hands. Push up against my hands. Okay. Now I'm going to have you sit up. All right. And I'm going to have you take your chin to your chest and then hyperextend your neck back. Okay. Turn your head to one side and then the other. Take your ear to the shoulder. Ear to the shoulder. Okay. And we're going to put our hands behind our head, up above our head. We're going to cross them in front of us. We're going to cross them behind us, behind our head. Extend them out. Don't let me push. Don't let me push. Okay? Don't let me push. Don't let me push. Okay, we're going to take our elbows and we're going to go down, back up to the shoulders, down. We're going to straighten out our hands, palms up, palms down, make a fist again. Try to push. Okay, hands back flat, point your hands down, point your hands up, extend your fingers. Okay, try to push, and hand grabs. Okay, I'm gonna have you swing your knee. Okay, swing this knee. All right, try to push against my hands. All right, now point your toes up, down, point your toes up. Try to push. Okay, and put your heels together. All right. Now I'm going to have you come off the table and face the camera. Okay. I'm going to have you kick your leg back. Kick the other leg back. Okay. I'm going to have you bend forward and touch your toes. Come up and gently hyperextend your back. Okay. Keep your hips straight and move your upper body to one side and then the other. And then put your hands down by your sides and go down and go down. Okay, thank you.